Morning students, to the students of standard 9. I hope you all are fine and studying at your home. Let's start our class. Yesterday we started democratic politics chapter number 1, and that is what is democracy and why democracy. Today it is the second part of the video. I hope you understood the class yesterday. Today we will speak few more things and then we will end the chapter number 1. Yesterday I told you about the types of democracy. We have mainly two types of democracy, that is direct democracy. Direct democracy is not possible for a big country with a huge population. Therefore direct democracy is found only in a place in Switzerland, that is direct democracy. The people decisions are taken directly by the people, whereas India, a big country with a large population, we have indirect democracy. This indirect democracy is also called as the representative democracy or the parliamentary form of democracy. Today, students, we are going to learn about the argument for democracy. We know that though democracy is the best form of democracy, comparing to other form of democracy, when we compare democracy with dictatorship, with military dictators, with monarchy or communist government, we find that democracy is the best form of government. But still democratic government has lot of demerits or argument against. There are many arguments brought against the democracy. So let us study in your book, page number 6. You can see arguments for democracy. So before I speak the arguments against democracy, the negatives of democracy, we will first speak about the positives of democracy. Argument for democracy, argument to support democracy. So I have written in the board already argument for democracy. I have written 8 points. These points are not in your book, and therefore if you are able to see, you can write down these points. It is not in your book. The argument for democracy. Now these are the arguments for democracy. The first number is the self-government at the grassroots level. That means in democracy it provides the space, the opportunity for self-government. And where do we see this self-government? When we see the local government, the panchayat government, the district government. Here local people have the power to govern themselves, or the local people are involved in governing or in decision making. So local government, the panchayat government, is a form of grassroots level government. So democracy only gives the space for this type of grassroots level government. The power is even given to the local people for their self-government. Second argument for space for fair and healthy competition. Democracy provides space for the fair and healthy competition. Now I have already told you, in democracy all people are free to elect and get elected. So all people, when a person becomes 18 years, whether it is a girl or boy, man or woman, rich or poor, educated or uneducated, everyone gets the right to elect their representative. At the same time, when a person becomes 25 years old, he or she gets the power to get elected by others. So there is a chance to elect and get elected. So democratic government gives such kind of fair and healthy competitions. There is a competition between different political parties to form the government, and there is a proper competition. Third number is best conflict management. Democracy is the only government who solves the conflict between the different communities in a proper way. The best example we have seen Belgium. Belgium, when distributed the power among the different societies, the conflict was solved. We see the India. India is the one more example where we have a different communities, different religion, different caste, and different societies, but still with the proper distribution of power, the conflict is solved. There is no conflict and people live peacefully. So democratic government only has this best conflict management. So that is an argument to support the democracy. Next is good decision making. Good decision making. Many people say that democratic government takes a lot of time to take decision. Yeah, that's right. The democratic government takes time to give any decision, because it has to go through different institutes, and there is a process in the parliament, and therefore decisions are taken. But when the decisions are given, it comes as the best decision. So good decisions are taken, though it takes time, but the decisions taken by the democratic government always comes as the best. Next is the scope to correct one's mistake. That means the chance to correct mistakes. What mistake is? Many times the people, they giving vote, they choose the wrong government, the wrong representatives, and therefore it is not that we have to always suffer with this wrong government or the wrong representatives. After 5 years we have again the elections, and people, they correct their mistakes. So once people select a wrong government, a wrong representative, we no need to suffer for all lifetime. We have a chance to correct the mistakes in the next election. So that is the scopes to correct one's mistake. The next is six number is accountable government. Yeah, democratic government is accountable government. Remember students, in dictator government, dictator is not accountable to the people. In a monarchy, the king or queens are not accountable to the people. In a military government, the military dictators are not accountable to the people. Whereas in democratic government, since the rulers, they are chosen by the people, they are the representatives of all the people of the country, therefore they are accountable to the people of the country. For every decisions they take, every work they do, they are accountable to the people. Therefore all the ministers, they work, they take the decisions, they give account in the parliament and accountable to the people. So democratic government is accountable government to the people. So that is the best things of democracy. The next is rule of law prevails. That means in democracy, rule or the law is the highest. As I already told you in the previous class, constitutional laws are the highest in the country, and everyone from the government to the common people, everyone has to abide by these laws. So law prevails, law is equal for everyone, and there is no discrimination between any people. So that is the good thing. Next is dignity of citizen. Yes, in democratic government, people are given the respect and democracy. As I told you, in dictatorship, people have no right to speak against the government. People have no right to question the government. Whereas in democracy, people are given the respect and dignity. People are the highest in the country. So people are given the rights, powers, freedoms, opportunity to development, and therefore in democracy the people are highly respected and given the dignity. So these are the arguments for democracy. Argument for democracy, the good things of democracy. I hope you understand. In the next class we will speak about the negatives of democracy, the arguments against democracy, and then we will end the class. Hope you understand, and that's all. Thank you.